Okay, we are officially on June 6th, 2024. Whoo, how did we get here? I don't know, but we've got an exciting, what is it, 3 weeks, 3.5 weeks of like, whoa, let's see what we can get done here. All right. So I want to welcome everyone here, of course, for tonight. And I would love to hear, well, Stacy, Maggie, did a bridal fair. And Maggie, why don't you go over again some of the results? Because now it's funny, Stephanie, my stepdaughter who was visiting Maggie last weekend, was very impressed with the amount of preparation that Maggie, that you did. And you did an incredible survey. I want you to create, I don't know where you got that, because it wasn't a Google Doc, was it? I don't.
No, it was a good. So PD Graphics, I'm one of their VIP members. She has a whole folder of bridal stuff. So in it, she actually has those bridal looks that I have them choose from. Those are her 4 looks. The background that says bridal, or what is it, down the run, not down the runway, but down the aisle with Mary Kay. That was from her. And then she even has a little insert for the tray for a bridal experience itself. Now I haven't gone through all of that. I didn't realize
What
how much.
company is that?
Peony Graphics?
PT, I don't know.
Peony, like the flower.
Peony.
Like
Oh,
the
yes,
flower.
actually, I have that. I have never used it. Peony graphics. Okay. All right, yeah.
Trying to bring up the survey so you guys can see.
It's long, but it's so appropriate for the brides. It's really
So you can see it says down the aisle with Mary Kay.
yeah.
Really pretty in the background.
Yeah,
Like
it's very pretty and it's really, really well done.
And then 4 of her looks are the on-trend looks for brides.
Oh, I see.
And so I
Okay.
had them choose between, like if they had any interest. Like the idea was like, you guys, we know that we all have a lot of training with Mary Kay, but we don't always, it's not necessarily always comparable to a makeup artist. A lot of those women I said straight up, they're like, oh, do you do wedding day makeup? I'm like, no, but I can teach you how to do it. Or I can teach you how to do all the other events you're going to be at. Because I don't want them to get the idea that I have a license to put makeup on them, because I don't, right? And so a lot of like, so these are things that I can teach them, these looks are things I can teach them, but I can't necessarily do it for them. But I do say, if you have a friend that's really good at it, I can teach them how to do this look for you.
I have to laugh because your anniversary was just last week, wasn't it?
No, it was Tuesday.
Oh, was it just Tuesday? Okay, so and of course I was at your wedding, and I just remember you had, I hated your makeup.
Oh, well, they turned me orange, to be fair. They absolutely did. But I also was so high on Dayquil. I was, is what it is. It was so sick.
It was so funny. There's our pretty Stacy with that short hair.
You really didn't like my makeup, Nancy?
Well, it was all like airbrushed, and I thought it's not Mary Kay. But
oh yeah, there's no way I could have done that. Like the way that she shaded the eyes and stuff, I would never be so bold, right?
Okay. But I mean, you were beautiful. It was a beautiful day. But anyway, okay. Aside from that, okay. So all right. So you had just a quick review of how you got how many leads, you got a booking, and you got 3 people you said interested in checking out the business more.
125 leads. Yep.
Okay, so that is awesome. And you followed up so far with 75, you said? And the follow-up has been what? The survey or?
Well, so it was a text message that I did so I did a text message until it got to be too late at night on that Monday, then 24 hours, and then I emailed everyone else I had an email address I could read and didn't bounce back. So there was quite some investigation. You guys know, if you've read those when you go to a fair and you read their people when they put their, either phone number or email on a lead slip, like how much you can read,
Yeah, right. Always an issue. Oh, always an issue. That's why at our networking meeting, we've gone to a QR code where there's a registration.
Well, and I came up with a QR code for a Shop My Party. Now, just so that way they could get to my website easier. But again, like that obviously was only, that's all I can. Next time what I would do is for the Google form, I would have a QR code for the Google form. Because that way they can enter their information. They don't have to fill out a slip, and I can just do it electronically. Because this was, I put together an entire spreadsheet I have two
Wow.
pages of spreadsheet of all the contacts, right? And I was trying to decipher their handwriting and what they wrote and things like that. So
So this is because and if I can just do a little interpretation here, especially for Stacy more than anything, but this is because so much of your client base has come from your physical therapy business. And so this is a huge change and a shift in a reaching out to hundreds of other women, even though, I mean, it's a very expensive way on the one hand. I have a director friend from Illinois a few years ago, well, it was before COVID. She bought a whole bunch of bridal fair leads in Las Vegas. And she flew in. Her intention was to build her business in Las Vegas, add another city to her business. So she flew in several times to come and book, sell, and recruit in Las Vegas because she bought all those bridal leads. I thought, well, that's creative. You know, Las Vegas is weird, but it's very special. People come and go. But at any rate, so anyway, so any final thoughts about the bridal fair? Because I think this was a huge thing for you, and the potential results are incredible.
I'm just trying not to get discouraged.
Okay, all right, that's valid. Discouraged because you don't have enough response. Okay. Okay, keep that one in mind, because that's something we are going to talk about tonight, is belief and having the vision. And thank you, thank you. That's great. Stacy, tell people kind of what you are up to. Okay, so I don't know how many of you even know Stacy. We met in Lombard. She was working for a painting company, and bought product from me, and it took a while, but she did join our team. And then life happened, and she left Lombard and Mary Kay, and I left Lombard, and I'm still with Mary Kay, and she found me again. So go from there. Stacy, tell people a little bit about you, because I think we have a lot of applause coming down the road for Stacy.
So yeah, I keep oh, and I forgot to put it on. Shucky darn. So I've gotten some really fun jewelry in the last couple months. Thank you, Miss Nancy, and also Mary Kay Company. And I'm really close to a sales goal, and I gotta reach it by June 30th, I believe is my date. So
No, June 15th.
is it June 15th?
Yes.
No, what have you done? Okay, all right. Whoa, I gotta get busy. Okay. So yeah, so I'm really trying to get there. I'm pretty close. This is like the closest I've ever been to this. And I recently just tapped into my, inner sales girl, because I really just started using my PR presence, that I've gotten from being on stage with the band and performing. I've kind of like learned how to transfer those skills over to talking to people about my Mary Kay business and, mentioning it. And it doesn't take much. People see me with a card or a basket. Like, so I got a bunch of Father's Day, men's stuff that I'm going to make baskets for and everything. And I take them and I set up a tent at one of the places that we play every other weekend. On our off weekends, I go there and set up a Mary Kay table underneath a tent and show people what we got and get names. And I've met some ladies who just jumped on me immediately and wanted me to come to their house. And I've had a couple consultations where they bought a lot. It wasn't, like just a little, $50 facial. Like they spent $200 the first time. And then a few days later, they call me and they're ordering more stuff. And there's another $100 or $50 or, And I'm just like completely blown away by all this. I'm like, oh my gosh, wow, this is crazy. Because I'm the lead singer of a band, you know, that is like the instant attraction for them. You know, they're like, oh, and you sell Mary Kay. So, you know, they want to get in good with me. So I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna use, you know, my stage presence and my band persona to, you know, to boost the Mary Kay biz.
That
So
is
it's
so
going
fun.
really well.
And you have you are moving.
Oh Lord, girl.
Oh, I did see that on
I am
Facebook.
moving twice in the next 10 months to 2 different states. Yes, so we're gonna move to for the winter to the Smoky Mountains. I have a friend and client, but she's my best friend since we were 3rd grade. And she lives in the Smoky Mountains. Her and her husband, they own a bunch of properties, and they have a property right now that is vacant, and she offered it to us to come and live for the winter rent free, and we don't have to pay rent or mortgage, or we could just get a couple of, you know, small time jobs, not have to worry about making $1 million a month just to live paycheck to paycheck and barely get by. So we're like, yeah, we're gonna do that. So we're gonna go up there and live for the winter, virtually
And
rent
by the way,
free.
there's no internet.
I did find out there is. Yes.
Oh, hallelujah. I was wondering
So
how you were going to live.
That could be
I'm
bad.
really gonna dive into the Mary Kay biz there. Now it is a, you know, it's a lower income community there for sure, but that doesn't mean that I still can't get the word out and, you know, make a little bit of business going. So, and of course I'll still have my clients here in Florida that I've obtained, and I have clients in other states as well. So, you know, I can do it from anywhere. So as long as I got a computer hookup, which I will there. And
Yes.
then in the spring, we're moving from the Smoky Mountains to Oklahoma back to help my mom and my aunt and uncle. They all live together, and they're getting up there and they're getting unhealthy and having some problems. They can't take care of 5 acres and a big old house anymore. So Brian and I are going to move back there and help them take care of it all and redo the house. And I'm going to do nails and Mary Kay and voiceover when I'm there. And the band, of course. I got to find me another band. And yeah, I'll be doing the music when I'm there in Oklahoma too. So my plate's going to be full pretty much till the day I take my last breath, I think. But I
Well,
think the nails
I
is going to
think
be
what
great.
is exciting is because it has been a challenge for you for many, many, many years to feel that confident about talking to people about Mary Kay, and something in the last couple of months has just flipped.
I hate my job.
Okay, I can do it.
I absolutely 100,000 million gillion gazillion trillion much hate my day job. I just hate it.
Great job.
Completely and totally burned out now. I just can't sit at a computer and match invoices to purchase orders one more
You're
minute.
not that kind of a girl.
I'm not, I just can't do it
You're a
anymore.
creative girl. Well, I'm so excited. Well, I hope that I mean now when we have our meetings, wherever you are, you can continue to really connect up with us, because we all want to hear what's going on and how is it. This is some amazing transitions, and having moved twice in my career, 2 major moves, it's always interesting.
I'll tell you what, it is so fun because I recently I did my creativity thing. I went to the dollar store and I got all these different kinds of just little things. They had these little purses for $1. Look what I put in there. What do you think I put in there? Because they're green. Yep, I put the satin hand set in there. So here's a fun little thing.
It's
Now I did a bunch of these
cute.
for Mother's Day. I sold a couple of baskets. I got all kinds of cute little things and just put a few things in them. Look at this little box. Isn't this the
Oh, I
cutest?
saw those little boxes. They're really cute.
Aren't those
Mm.
adorable? I put in this one, I put the satin lip set. In another one, I put some, I think I put some eyeshadow. And then another one, I did some lip stuff. You know, I mean, and it's just so fun. It attracts people's eye and their attention, and it makes your booth look really fun. And I've just had a ball mixing my creativity with my Mary Kay business now. And I see all the stuff Maggie does, you know, with her fun baskets and everything, and all her stuff looks so pretty and fun. Like you just want to buy it. I'm
Mhm.
like, that's what I need to do. So thank you. Melanie. Thank you for the creative inspiration. I got it now, girl. I'm like,
Oh, that's
everything's going in baskets. I'm going to sell everything.
Yes, especially before you move, you got to get rid of all of it. Mhm.
Yes.
there you
Yes, I
go.
do.
Well, yes, we will, yes, Stacy's is close. All right, so congratulations, give Stacy a hand. This just warms my heart because again, I mean, it's like me. I've just got so much history here. I just remember a very, very cold, snowy night having dinner at what I served chili for you or something, whatever. And that's another lifetime, isn't it? Mm.
Yeah.
Well, Beth Owen, I think, are you there? I don't know, Beth, something happened to Beth. That's not like her to leave.
Uh-oh.
Well, Beth, whenever you get back, say hello. I'm not sure what's going on there. Anyway, so, okay, I am going to go ahead and do our slide presentation. Thank you for all that great ideas though, because Beth has a lot to share too about her goal and how she's working and getting things done. So I'm looking for share screen. That's what I'm looking for. Okay, let me get this. There we go. Oh, I may have, oops, I'm at the bit. Don't get dizzy. I'm sorry, I had it all at the end. Okay, there's the beginning. Okay, we had some really, really good sharing, but I really wanted people to hear from the two of you and from Beth also when something's going on with her. Okay, here is the thing, the 55%. This is a big deal. This is a big deal for I would say for two reasons. One is if you're going for a retail goal, like Beth is going for quarter sales, or you're going for number 3 in our unit court. If you're working on the retail value, you want to pay attention because you'll spend less money getting there. Because usually whatever the retail is about half, it's by 50%. So usually if you're getting $100 retail, you're going to have to spend $50. Well, now you're only going to have to spend what, $45, if I've got that figured out right. So to get the same $100. But what to me is really interesting is with these two big bundles, if you've studied this, and it's on our Facebook group, if you study these bundles, the $36 roll-up bag comes free. And so when you look at the total value, okay, so the repair set is going to also have, I know I can't read it too well, but it has the eye patches, and the
Moisture renewal
the
mask.
yeah, the moisturizer is and the charcoal and the hydrating mask. That's what I'm trying to say, as well as the glycolic peel. Okay, so it has a whole lot of stuff. It's a $411 value, but because you get the roll-up bag free, you can really almost deduct that. So that's why you're getting such a great, you're getting so much more profit. If you sell it for $411, this is the profit you're going to get. Okay. As long as that's clear, and I think you guys, we've talked about it enough. I think you understand that. And of course, the rest, whoops, I'm so sorry. The rest of the others, you don't get the roll up free, but you still get a 55% discount. Okay. So I think this is exciting. Does anyone have any questions about this? You understand how that works? Okay, so Stacy, you're going for Star Consultant. Star Consultant is a wholesale award. So this is not going to necessarily apply to your goal. It doesn't mean it's not valuable because you can make more profit. But now Beth, on the other hand, is going for quarter sales since she's working on the retail goal. So this is really important to make sure that people purchase these sets. You have to go to the right place to get these sets and to get the 55% discount.
Yeah.
Okay, so pay attention to that. But does anyone have any questions on that? Not really. Okay, good. All right. This is what I came up with. Beth and I are when really working on this, because I also have decided that I really want to do some expanding this month locally. And so what I basically did was 375 is still giving me I'm giving away what is it, 5%, 10% of my profit, because again, it goes back to having the roll-up bag free. So that looks like a really good deal. And if I can, then if what I really want to do, my goal is to connect up with at least 30 people. And if I could sell at least 5 of these sets, maybe even 10 of them, it would be awesome. Because I'm going to get and I'll do the CVS with them. Okay. And there might be a point, we've had this happen in the past, where they only allow so many of these sets to be sold, and then they run out. And the last day of June, sometimes they run out of the 55% deals. So you want to pay attention to that. Okay. And so does this make sense? I don't know if this is something you want to do. It's just something that I came up with. I think Beth is doing it too, because we're just trying to get as many people out there as possible. The other reason that the other thing I got involved with was wanting to get referrals, because the more people that buy the product, the more, we just need more referrals. So I'm busy. I've changed actually purses. I've come up with my purse is filled with beauty books. Not beauty books, with lookbooks. It probably should, maybe I should be doing beauty books and samples. Okay, so I've got repair samples as well as Time-Wise Miracle Set samples. And then what I'm doing is basically asking people to try a strip of the sample and to complete a survey. Now, my survey is not nearly as cute as Maggie's, but it's a survey. And the idea is, okay, first of all, I'm going to use this as warm chatter. I already have done a couple of warm chatters with this. And I was doing a networking thing this morning, getting more people. So that the idea is to have people try it, and then I get back to them, because then they take the survey and they don't get the survey until I hear from them, which means I need to follow up and hopefully have a deadline and a date of saying, okay, I'm going to give you a call on Friday at 6 o'clock to see how it all worked. And then I'm going to send you the survey, and then I'm going to give you $20 credit towards your purchase. Okay. Now, hopefully they're going to purchase one of those sets. If not, they still get $20. But the big deal is the drawing for a $250 basket. Now, the basket is going to be all these things, like the pedicure kits and discontinued limited edition items or whatever. Doesn't matter, but a $250 basket for each friend. So I'm asking for referrals, if this is making sense. Okay. So as I talk with them, I say, okay, you try this. How many people do you know would be willing to try the same thing for their $20 credit? Okay. And so then I'm going to add more names and get more people to try it. A lot of people, or some people, are going to say, okay, I tried it, I got my $20 credit. I said, okay. And so, I'm kind of stepping out, giving away more free stuff this month, because I really want to move things. But the idea is to increase the number of contacts I have by getting referrals and getting the number of people to try the samples, and to go from there and book, sell, and recruit. So Beth, and you add some thoughts to this, because we've been talking quite a bit about it.
Let's see.
There you go.
I liked your idea, and by the way, your survey I thought was really nice.
Oh, good, thank you.
I have not, I've contacted a few people, but I haven't gone anywhere with it yet. And I was going to walk down the street when we get off this meeting.
Okay. The one thing I don't, and Maggie, maybe know how to, and I've done it before. I can't figure out I put a link to the video, the little 2-minute recruiting video in there, but you should be able to just embed it, but I can't seem to figure out how to do that for the moment. So, but anyway,
You post the survey on in the Facebook group? Is that where you put it?
I think I put it there.
I don't know if you did or not. You just sent it to me.
I
Yeah, I
just had
sent
a
it to
hard time
Beth. I
finding
may not have done that
anything.
yet. So when we're done, I can send it. It's just a Google form. But anyway, so that is the idea. We wanted to get this going, because Beth, talk about your big goal.
Talk about it. Well, I'm going for Queen's Quarter sales, and I'm what? I think I'm like 8,000 now, closer to it.
Right?
And I
8,000.
got how
Yeah.
many days to finish this thing?
Yeah. So Beth wants to do what it's actually 8175. I was looking at earlier.
Okay,
So that's the retail. So you want to sell about another 4,000 wholesale.
right.
Okay? And with these kits. And so that's the whole idea. Any thoughts and comments or discussion? I would love to hear about that.
I mean, I think the skincare promo is wonderful way to send share the savings with our customers. I actually, when I saw that when you put it on the group, I already posted it in my VIP group. My only issue is that I don't have a good way to contact all of my people to make sure they actually are communicated with, if you will. I mean, guys, not everyone's gonna open their email. We know that. I'm surprised how many people aren't obsessive about their email, but they obviously never had a job where it was required. um, but I no longer use, I know Beth used Project Blast
Project
or
Broadcast.
Project Broadcast, but I gave up Scipio because of how expensive it was. And I felt like I was spamming people. I felt it was uncomfortable. There has to be an improved way to communicate with people besides literally a postcard or an email, but maybe a text or something that there's got to be a system that isn't so costly, I guess, because $30 a month was a lot for
For what if you were using it. Yeah, in fact,
Well,
that's
I said Project Broadcast was 19, but that might have just been an introductory. I don't know.
yeah.
But I've been having good luck with it.
I'm working with a different one, but I'm not sure that it's any different.
it's
I
a little
can
more
tell you
expensive.
about that. And what the discussion going around with all the directors and everything is saying multiple ways. I send out the postcard every month with the half off deals. Okay, I send that out to my customers and they're used to it. Okay, now, and there's obviously an expense to that. Do you, you could send this out and I might actually, now that I think, I might go to the expense of doing that. And so it's a decision. You can make your own postcards if you use cardstock and if you have a cutter. You can make your own postcards and they can look pretty good, or you can get things, you get a really good price at Office Depot. Okay, by using things. So you can send out a template for that if you want to, but getting a postcard, yes, I did send out an email to my customers already. I can send it out in a text message, but mostly what I'm doing at this point is getting one-on-one with them, and just I have it in my pictures and I text message and say, hey, did you see this? Hey, did you see this? Because what I want to do is not, in a way, I want to get a hold of everyone right now. On the other hand, I really want to do like 10 or 15 people at a time so that I can do the follow-up and then do the follow-up and not lose them. So getting a system going, kind of like what you want to do, Maggie, with your leads.
I kind of
Like,
want to
you
do
wanna follow
both
up
because it's
fast.
kind of hard.
I'm sorry, what?
I said I'd like to do both because I think people appreciate the one-on-one attention too.
Well, that's what really gets it's just different layers. And you could also, I mean, I've never done a whole lot with the e-cards from Mary Kay in Touch, but you can also talk about different options there. So there are different ways, and yeah, you're right. You don't want to spam people on the one hand. On the other hand, I think when I sent out my postcard, oh, I've got it buried there. But I said, this is my year end. So you may hear from me. You're going to get all these specials from me this month. And I might add on to this, do a video on my customer group and just say, okay, 3-day sale. on charcoal mask. And do a cute Facebook Live, or even just say 3-day sale, whatever you want to do.
You're good at that.
Well, it's
I said, you are good at that. I freeze up on it.
well, side note, I've been all these videos I've done over the year are coming up on my Facebook group. And I'm looking at my hair. The one I came up with was 7 years ago. I was still in Lombard. It was when charcoal mask first came out 7 years ago. It's funny. I was like, everybody needs to do this. Anyway, so that's fun. Practice. It's just practice. Just practice. That's all right.
I know.
Does anyone have any questions or any comments? And now, Maggie, you've got a sale going on this month, right, for your customers?
We'll get there.
What does that mean?
Again, I haven't gotten it out to people. Honestly, the bridal fair took a lot out of me, and apparently COVID's been running around out here. The
No
chiropractor
kidding.
got it at a wedding, and
Oh.
I didn't get it. But then yesterday, one of my patients came down with COVID, and so it's like, okay, I need to work really hard not to get sick. So
Really?
guys, well thoughts, lots of echinacea, golden seal, vitamin C, zinc. Just saying.
Right,
But
right.
classically in June, what I love is that when we get these discounts from the company, I usually do a 25% off sale for all my customers, just 25% off everything.
Oh, that's
All
good.
month or for
but-
just a few days?
So usually my really good customers, I usually do the whole month because I know they're going to reorder. Sometimes I just miss the date or whatever. But usually I try to narrow down the time, like have it be a week. But it also depends on, I want to give people 2 weeks lead time, right? Because a lot of people, like, they don't always open their email, they don't always get the text messages. I want them to be able to take advantage of the sale. So usually my thought was to do the 15th as the deadline, but the 15th I started a new program at my my office, and I have such a hard time getting that launched that my secretary and my other PT did it for me. So we are now charging for dry needling services, which is fantastic, as opposed to giving them away for free. Woohoo! That's a big deal. Having to deal with my own money issues and comfort levels. So my thought was it's probably the last 2 weeks of the month I'll probably do the sale, even though it'll be the new star quarter. Gosh, Nancy, am I 300, 400? No, I think I'm $600, $400 away from Ruby. No.
Well, I'm just looking at the amount of time we've spent here, and I was like, oh my gosh, we have
Sorry,
all this other
sorry.
stuff to talk. Well, no, I think that we needed to hear this today. And if some people watch this video afterwards, they're going to get a lot of great training. So I think it's absolutely fine. But
But I love the gift basket, guys. Always works well for people. I usually always do one in June, but I think your way of getting new leads is fantastic. I'm really excited to try this. So I don't know about you, Stacy, but let's make up our baskets and show them on Facebook.
what a great idea.
I've already thrown all my stuff in a basket, Maggie. I want to know how to put it together.
Okay, my dear, we will have to FaceTime.
Good.
Oh gosh, sounds like fun. All right, moving right along here is okay, seminar. I don't know if you saw Suzanne is in Paris now, and her husband's going to climb some other mountain. I mean, honest to gosh, they are just like crazy. So yeah, I was going to try and entice. Oh, and by the way, I have to say I texted Lucille today, and both Lucille and Stacy, because both of you are so close to becoming a star consultant. So I sent out the flyer for this month, and Lucille said, so how much do I have to do for Ruby? I'm just throwing it out there. I know, I thought you would like to hear that. So, okay, so we're registered so far. Maggie and Beth and I, we do well at seminar. We do well. We're looking forward to it. So we'll see if other people will be able to join us. But I'm very, very proud of this. Do you know that? So 6 of us completed. Congratulations, Stacy. 6 of us did our SOAR, the bracelet last month. And Jan Onstad's unit had only 6 also, and I was like, cool.
You're not supposed to compare.
Sorry, but the bracelet is beautiful, isn't it? I think it's lovely.
So pretty. I love that. It's really cool too, because I've had a silver butterfly necklace for the time, and I haven't worn it yet, and it matches that bracelet perfectly. I'm like, how did they know?
Oh, cool.
So the bracelet for this month matches the necklace we got a few months ago. So this is, and it's just a gorgeous, gorgeous bracelet. So this is gonna be a really fun thing. Actually, I just put
That
my order
looks-
in yesterday to, so
I was gonna say,
I
mine's
thought the bracelet's
coming.
not coming.
That looks so pretty at seminar, guys. If I can find all 3 pieces by the time seminar comes around, because organization. That'd be so
Oh, wow, good point.
Okay, now here is the other thing. Look at this because, okay, so Beth and Maggie, you're doing your 600 wholesale, the piece of cake, that's all done. Maggie has 2 qualified recruits,
Mm,
don't you? April to June, so Stacy, isn't Stacy a new qualified recruit? Oh,
No, she qualified in March.
oh, I
Yeah,
thought you
so
had 2.
I need 2 more, but I have this month to do it. So I literally have at least 2 weeks to get my act together.
Absolutely. But also I'm looking at Lucille.
Yeah. Yeah, Lucille. So Lucille's my one Great Start qualified.
I know, but Lucille could also achieve this.
She absolutely could.
She absolutely could. She could, the end of school is this coming week, right? Okay. So she could talk with 3 of her best friends to join in, just like Melissa Clipper did last year. Okay. Come on in, get started. Let's have fun this summer.
And Lucille, you would look fantastic in red if you watch the video.
That's right. Yes, she would.
tell her.
So, okay, so I mailed these off. Anyway, we'll talk more with her about that. Okay, I finally just did this today. I'm so sorry. I made some assumptions that Beth and Maggie, that you completed your May sheets of flowers. And I just sent some prizes to you.
Oh, goody.
I'll
So
post
I
it
just,
later
I
tonight.
just put some stuff in there and sent you the new flyer for this month. And Stacy, if you start really focusing on this, especially when you move, you're going to have some fun with this because, as Maggie was saying, sometimes it can be discouraging if you're not getting a lot of yeses, but there's so many different options of ways that you are working your business. So, just have some fun, color it in and whatever. And remember that it's a 2-month promotion for your wholesale orders. And I have all these fun things that I have to give away, or you can have product, but I've got some vintage things that are really, and the 3 of you really enjoy, I think, the vintage things. So
Love vintage stuff.
I'm excited about that. Moving ahead. Okay, the specials for June. I have to tell you, the girl that develops this flyer usually has, she comes up with this look like a month earlier, and she tries to get a bunch of before and afters from various directors with these different looks. So, but this is a very cool one. Look at this, because it's got not just eyeshadows, but it's got a cheek color and a contour color.
Mm-hmm.
So I think this is going to be a really, really good half off deal. And bingo, last week, Angel Fry was on bingo. Okay, you guys want to go back to working on bingo. And by the way, I did sign up again for Janice Trude. Those events are available. I didn't even get the red jacket one out to you, Maggie, and it happened Monday night, I think, whatever. But Janice Trude has other events coming up, and so those are on a different Facebook group. I just did it, and we're going to see after this month if we continue on, because we've got a lot going on with bingo, and so maybe we don't need to do that. Whatever, we can talk about it, but that's for next month. Okay, just so you know. How do you like this bag? Check out that cute bag for the month of June. When you enter people, anyone that tries the product, so that could be a sample, it could be a facial, it could be a party.
Okay.
And if you have a party, everybody that tries the product can be entered into the shop drop. Stacy, I'll tell you more about this, because one customer is going to win $500. My customer won a year ago, $500. The
Yeah.
consultant then, and they're going to give 2 of them away. The consultants get entered into a drawing for this Kate Spade. Is that purse like the cutest or what? I think I would like that.
Love it.
I know. So that's the cutest one. Queen of Sales, the last couple weeks are just like totally amazing. Lucille had that incredible debut party that Maggie did with her. It's like, whoa, no
Nice.
kidding. And Beth, just look at that, 1528 in a week. And that was because we did that 1-day sale.
Yeah.
And that really, really worked for both of us. So I just like major applause for these two ladies, major. And Maggie, our queen of sales for last week. Da da da. So it all adds up, and the steady is just so important. Okay, this is the important thing you were asking about Star Consultant. So Lucille is 292 away, but I told her, of course, if she wants to do Ruby, it would just be 892, because I've talked with her numerous times, said 600 is a magic number, 600 wholesale, magic number, especially during Great Start. Okay, so she may be looking at that, and look at that, Stacy. This gives me goosebumps, Stacy. You can do this.
Mhm.
You can absolutely do this because you have developed these new skills. So I'm all excited. So yeah, and Maggie is what, let's see, you're on Ruby, but you got, because Lucille became a qualified recruit, that bumps you up a category.
Oh,
That a girl.
So there you go. I mean, this is working the Star Consultant thing now. Yes, so I'm all excited. I'm hoping that these other two ladies jump in, and that'll be a great end of our year and beginning. And now this is a little bit humbling, okay? And I think our goal for the next year, we certainly have time for this month, but our goal for the next year is to fix this situation. And Maggie has brought 2 qualified recruits in since the first of the year. I have someone that's been talking about it for 2 months, and she's still talking about it. So, but I've been busy trying to work with you guys. So anyway, and plus, look at this, you guys. You're getting extra. We've been talking about the cruise. I've been talking to Jack about going on this cruise. And so I'm excited about this. So this cruise is coming up in November. And so I'm very excited about us going, Maggie and Beth and I. It's at this point, Stacy, probably because it's a whole year contest, it's probably a little bit out of reach. But you never know what's coming up next. Okay.
All right, I get seasick anyway.
Yeah, exactly. We will definitely have fun. What I really wanted to talk about here, we've got a few minutes left, is about belief. Okay. And these are just 2 things I came up with. I'm sure you've all seen this, or maybe you haven't, but this is so, whatever you've heard the whole thing, what you think about, you bring about, right? Of course. But it's absolutely amazing what goes in and out of your mind. Well, not maybe your mind, but certainly my mind. It is not always like Maggie was saying, we can fall into that thing at any moment of becoming discouraged. Okay. If you, I love this quote from Wayne Dyer. If you're not familiar with Wayne Dyer, he's someone I followed in the 70s. And well, actually Jack and I used to follow him. He has passed away, but he was just amazing. I don't remember, I don't know what you call it, what he was. But the idea is at any moment you can change your thoughts. And I remember I worked with a hypnotherapist when I was a brand new director, because I was like panicking all the time about month end and this, that, and the other thing. And he said, what if that feeling you got wasn't fear, but it was excitement? And it shifted my thinking. I thought, oh, and he gave me a trigger, and I still got it. He gave me a trigger thing. He says, well, just rub that spot. And so instead of, if you're feeling like you're in fear, rub it and it becomes excitement. It completely transitions your thoughts. Therefore, what you're talking about, the energy you're putting out changes. And you probably then think about the things you can be doing as opposed to sitting in fear going, I should, but I don't know. I can't imagine what, da, da, da. And I'm not saying I've got this down pat, believe me, because I spend too much time in my head sometimes. But if you get into the habit of continually changing your thinking, then it becomes a habit of and people are attracted to you. Then, you know, Stacy, if I may borrow you, people are attracted to you because you have such a fun energy atmosphere when you're singing, and you're out there and you're just like being a total person that's happy, that's like bigger than life, and people want to be with you then. And the more you think about that, then it becomes a habit of a way of thinking. And it's amazing the habits we have. And of course that builds your character and then your destiny. I'm thinking about I lead this networking meeting on Tuesday mornings. And at our meeting Tuesday morning, we had a very small group. So we decided to have a group discussion about why are we here and whatever. And one of the girls was sitting there, and I know her, but she sat there. She didn't have her arms crossed, but she had her hands in her lap like this. And she just stared at me. The whole time we were here, I said, let's have a discussion. And people were participating and talking, and it triggered me. And I thought, damn, I'm being judged. It threw me off. And so I had to overcome the trigger, like the whole hour that we were talking and going, no, and it was almost subconscious because I was like, oh, because I know her. I've had coffee with her a number of times, and she likes to tell me what I should be doing. So she's judging me and telling me how I should be thinking because her goal in life is to empower women. So she feels like she wants to tell me what I should be doing. And that's her journey, then that's okay. But I was like, but it triggers me. I'm like, don't tell me what to do.
Well, Nancy, your
like that.
story, the first thought with your story for me says, congratulations, you made her uncomfortable. You challenged her in a way that she was not ready to be challenged. And you made her so uncomfortable, she was speechless. Wow. Way to go. High five.
No, wait a minute. Well, that was Lucille?
No, what you're just talking about. That yes, what you're talking about with this woman, that that you felt that she was judging you. Wait.
Yeah.
Okay. So the fact that she was in that posture tells me that she was uncomfortable with the way you were challenging her.
Well, so I leave this meeting with my friend Annie, who is a metaphysician, whatever. Okay. And so I said this to Annie after the meeting. I said, Annie, I just felt like she was sitting there judging me. She said, well, she was. She said, yeah, she was judging you but you're absolutely right, Maggie. So this goes back to your thinking. What are we thinking? We're making assumptions. We've got triggers. Who knows who was judging me? I mean, you could probably go back to my childhood or whatever. All I know is what I had to keep overcoming that going, Nancy, you're fine. Leave the meeting, have fun. She's judging me. Leave the meeting, have fun. And so this mentally was going on in my head, but that's the opportunity we have. And so and I have these notes that I had written down for the whole week. Oh gosh, 5 minutes left. What I wrote down was, have you had an experience, and you probably all have, of something when you just knew it was going to happen, whatever it is was going to happen. Beth Owen has fabulous belief that this is happening by the end of June. She's going to make this happen because she believes so strongly in it, and I believe she can do it. Have you ever had an experience like that? I mean, Stacy, you pulled the band together, okay? Because you knew it was going to work. I mean, you just knew it. Maggie stepped way out of her comfort zone on this bridal fair, but you knew you were going to do a great job.
God willing.
Well, you did a great job that day. I mean, now it's a new thought, a new belief, a new challenge. One of my favorite Mary Kay stories is that when I finally earned my first free car, okay, it was one of the first cars that Mary Kay gave away, and it had roll-up windows and no rear window defroster. But it was a Mary Kay car, okay? And I kept saying, and this was my mantra, because someone had told me to do this. I looked out at the hood, and the car was like cream colored, I think. But I looked out at the hood and it was pink. And I kept saying, pink cars have electric windows. I mean, that was the day when not all cars had electric windows. I kept every time, and it happened to be a very difficult crank. And of course, then we had toll booths, and I was like throwing my money in the pink cars, and I just said it over and over and over and over, and it happened. Okay, we earned a pink car, and it had roll-up windows, and because that was so clear, but it developed my thought pattern, and I made a decision to change my thoughts. Okay. And I mean, this has happened over and over and over for me as because I expect it. So Maggie, get a mantra going. Get a mantra going. It's like, I am so excited, and start repeating it. Write it on, on your hand, write it in your date book. You don't have a date book. Write it in your phone, put it on your phone, put a sticker on the back, a sticky note on the back that says, I'm so excited because da 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 da. Whether it's, my two new qualified recruits are showing up. I've got 30 new customers, whatever you want to say from the bridal fair. And allow yourself to be happy and excited.
The most important, exciting thing to me is that, yes, guys, weddings can be exciting, but the most exciting thing is I get to help women design their lives, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. But
right?
right now, you need some specific numbers.
Oh God, that's true. That damn math crap. Sorry.
So, all right, when I was in DIQ, I had a tape, an audio tape I listened to all the time in my car. And this is what it was. I mean, I'm not a great reader, but I'm a really good listener. And I had this audio tape going, and of course we didn't have tape decks in the cars at that point. It was a player sat on the passenger seat. And I just listened to this and listened to this and listened to this, and it has to do with what you think about, you bring about. This is still you can get this on Amazon, you can get an audio book, you can get a hardcover book, whatever. This is an old it's yellow. I don't even know how old this book is. Interesting thought. I don't know. But it's absolutely amazing. So I mean, if you want just a basic, another one is called the Prayer of Jabez. Okay. I gave that out to everybody a couple of years ago in July.
Yeah, I got that one.
Okay. Reread that. It's powerful, and just really, really pay attention to what's going on in your head. And it's okay to go cancel, cancel, cancel. If you've got some kind of thought that's going cancel, cancel, don't not hit yourself in the face. But you can go like that. Okay. So this is a much shorter version of a discussion I really wanted to have, but seriously, do you know what you want? Well, Stacy, you know exactly what you want. Beth knows exactly what she wants. Maggie, throw in some numbers by the end of June. I know, I'm so sorry.
Her eyes starting to twitch.
No, I would really like to have two new active qualified recruits. So
Well,
take
how about I'm so excited. I'm not sure who they are, but I have two incredible women that are joining my team qualified by the end of June. Oh my goodness, they're coming as soon as I just can't even stand how fast they're coming.
I'm so
Have
excited
this
to meet them.
discussion in your head. Keep having that discussion in your head.
Okay.
Well, check it out. I used to drive around Chicago and going, I don't have any customers in that high rise. I wonder who's going to be my customer. And I'm telling you, within a couple of weeks, someone called me from the phone book. this happened to me over and over and over. I'm going, I wonder who's in there. I wonder who's in there. You
Talk
know,
about
who's in there?
manifesting.
It's interesting.
Absolutely, absolutely. It can be done. Oh, yes, that was the other slide I had, which I wanted to go back and share that because it was really good. This one. And this is the theme song here for tonight for closing. Whoops, sorry about that. Keep asking even when you want to give up. And that's I mean, you just keep going. Keep seeking even when you're tired of looking. Okay. Keep knocking even if you want to walk away. And keep praying if you know that he's working.
Amen.
Powerful, powerful, powerful words. Okay.
Hey, I gotta share something with you real quick.
Yeah.
You can't see it because it's blurred out, but I'll post it on our page on Facebook.
Yeah.
But my background is a picture. It's a photograph I took of a screenshot of a TV show I was watching today. Do you guys remember the old sitcom Alice?
Yeah.
yeah.
Mel, Flo, and Kiss My Grits and all that. Remember that show?
Yeah.
So I record that. I love that show. I watch all these old reruns. And today I was watching a Christmas episode and they were all giving each other gifts. And Alice gave Jolene a gift. She opens it up and she goes, oh, the complete line of Mary Kay.
Really?
Ah,
I was like, oh my God. And so I froze the screen. I took a picture of them all right there. Looking at it. So I'll post it on the Facebook page. I was like,
great.
yes. That was like 1975 or something. This aired.
Stacy is the most incredible artist because she also paints and she sells her painting. People pay money because her paintings are that incredible.
They have
Actually,
great pictures of downtown.
look, here's my latest one.
I know. Okay, wait. Oh, we can't see it.
Oh, the background's getting in the
Look at-
way.
Oh, yeah, you got to get exactly right on the camera. Sorry
Because
about
that.
that. But anyway, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I am just, we have this most amazing unit and I'm so, so proud of us. And Beth asked me a couple months ago, she said, what's my goal? And I'm looking at $300,000 club to me is, we are behind even last year, and last year we did not quite achieve that. At this point, what I'm looking for are star consultants and red jackets. And that is really what my goal is. It's not the unit club this year. It's about people growing their business and loving it. Exactly what Maggie was saying. Empowering women, making a difference in their lives. Any final thoughts, my friends? You are
Nope.
the most beautiful women. I am so proud to be connected with you. Have a great evening. We're going to talk again. Bye.
Bye,
Bye.
guys.